Hi guys, Silver Earth and Moon here. I'm coming to you today to tell you how to do a reading. This is one of my most requested videos and topics when it comes to any of my clients, my friends, anything like that. They always want to know, how do you do a reading? So basically, what I'll break this down to is I do readings and I set up protection first. Now, if you've seen any of my previous videos, I go ahead and go over the white light technique. Some people use opening a circle, and other people use sage. It just depends on what technique that you'd like to use. Some people use like a crystal. You can use like a black obsidian as like a protection crystal. But you definitely want to set a protection beforehand and set an intention that on who you want to speak with. So I typically like to set the intention that I like to speak with like vibrations or higher, which means that I can't speak any low vibrations because low vibration is bad. High vibration is good. So if I have somebody specific that I want to speak to, I go ahead and say that at that time. They don't always come forward. And that's the biggest thing you want to do if you have like a client or anything like that. You want to be honest, because the biggest thing about your business that you're going to find out is honesty is key. If you're not getting anything, you have to tell them. I mean, it's okay. And you know what? If they don't like it, they don't like it, but at least you're not lying. That's a game changer and a business ruiner if you're dishonest about getting anything. And I know a few I've heard a few people teaching that way. Just they say fake it till you make it. Absolutely not. Don't ever do that. That's wrong. Okay. Anyways, side note. So what you do is after you set the intention, what I do is I sit there and I concentrate. Now, most people build a dictionary when they want to speak with their guides or spirits. They say, you know, show me this color. If it's yes, show me this color. If it's no, if you want to contact me, show me the number 11, things like that, so they can show you in nature. A lot of people use that technique. Then you pay attention to your intuition. So what I usually do is when I have somebody coming to me for a reading, I ask them to think of a couple of questions that they want to ask. If they don't have any questions, then I have some questions in mind to ask for them. Typically, I ask, I ask their guides or their spirit guides or spirits. I say, what information will be able to help them the most on their path. And then what will happen is the guides will then in turn either show me symbolism, they'll speak with me, or they'll talk to me in my, like I'll hear it or see it in my third eye. Now, a lot of the times that doesn't happen with everybody, especially beginners. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to build a dictionary, a spirit dictionary like I was just talking about. I've seen like Teresa Caputo even on TV talk about how she's like, oh, this is my symbol for this. This is my symbol for that. You want to use symbolism, and the more and more you learn symbolism, you're able to really realize how how the guides are talking to you. A lot of the times I've spent so many years learning symbolism just in general, so I have been able to get these messages when I'm at like a low vibration. Now, being at a low vibration means that you're just not really in a good frame of mind. I found that this technique on building a spirit dictionary helps them communicate with you better because they don't have to bring their energy down to talk, and we don't have to raise our energy up. Well, you still have to raise your energy up, but you don't have to do it as much. The reason that you want to always have a good vibration and a high vibration when speaking with spirits is because it's easier to speak with them. It's kind of like, I heard somebody use the analogy, it's kind of like having a parent on the other side, an angry parent yelling through a door. You're really not getting the message. If an angry parent is yelling through the door, you want to be able to open the door and talk calmly. And that's the same way. Like, you can speak and communicate with somebody better. That's just like the analogy they used. But other than that, that's how you do it. And then you tell them, I'm getting this symbol. And always bring forth the information that you receive. Even if it doesn't make sense to you, it may make sense to them. Like one time I was reading for this girl and I said, okay, this is gonna sound really weird, but I see your guides are showing me this picture inside of your bedside table drawer and you're like this up in the air. And she instantly erupted into tears because she said,
Sorry,
oh my God, guys, my video got interrupted. I am gonna go ahead and do that again. So basically what she was saying was that she erupted in tears when I said that because she's like, oh my gosh, that was my grandma. We rode the Millennium Force together. That's what you're talking about. I have that exact photo. So even though it sounded weird to me to go ahead and bring that information forth, and I was kind of a little nervous because it was real specific, I was able to really reach her. And at that point, she knew that I was talking to her grandma, and it really hit home for them. Now, what I do too is a good technique is when I start off, if you have a spirit that comes through, this is just like for like a mediumship reading, I would recommend to ask the spirit if they could give you signifying factors to let them know that it is them. So what I'll do is I'll say, okay, give me some information to let me know that it's you and that they know that you're here speaking with me. So one time I had a guy, he showed me his watch, he showed me his clothing choices. There was a specific shirt he showed me, a hat. He was really big on clothes. But he showed me all this information and I was able to relay that information to them because they knew. He told me about like tattoos that were gotten, when they died, ask about how they died, you know, and then sometimes when I ask like, you know, how you died, they will either show me, you can feel it, but sometimes like they can labor your breathing and things like that. So that's how that's a good way to use that technique when you can't physically see the spirits. But that's all that I have for today. I would definitely, so yeah, white light, ask some questions or have somebody ask questions for you, and you just want to follow your intuition and just build up confidence, because the more confidence you have in yourself, the better your readings get. So it's just practice, practice, practice. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, like, comment, and subscribe, and also check out my Etsy shop, which is going to be in the description box below. Thanks again for watching. Have a good day.